say that this didn't flag, and also, more surprisingly, the Sims 4 thing didn't flag, which I was really surprised about.
Maybe it was a lie.
No, it's not a lie. There's
No,
plenty of things getting muted.
Tons of people getting.
Do you
really
think
pissed off
maybe
about it.
the playroom music overlapping with the other music makes it so we don't get recognized?
Are we immune?
Are we immune to the audio
Because when you
recognition?
think about it, there's no one else that's actually allowed to really do this. What we're doing on the Twitch.
And that was such a blatant
Sorry,
commercial song, like very active right now on radios and stuff like that. So I was really surprised that our Sims 4 segment
We
last
should
week
really
didn't get
test
flagged.
it out. We should just do a couple streams where we just literally play a song. And just see what
And
happens.
see if we're immune.
Right.
All right. Well, let's start off.
We're like
with
Ellie of Twitch.
Yeah, definitely. We're immune to the virus. Recently, we talked about Square Enix working with a developer called Don't Nod,
Yes.
and they're the ones that did Remember Me. Not a stellar game by any means, but there's a few people that enjoyed it.
No, and it was definitely misunderstood. It definitely was a really good game.
It's on PlayStation Plus, or was at some point,
Yes.
and I know Greg thought it was pretty good, and I know it has a very strong female character that people attached with. But we knew that they were working on a game, and now we know what it is. It's called Life is Strange. As I said, it's developed by both Don't Nod and Square Enix, and it will star teenage girls by the names of Max and Chloe. I have a feeling that this is to kind of go with the trend right now of these really strong feminine characters like Ellie, like the girls from Gone Home. This is kind of a little bit of a trend right now. But I hear what's cool about this from people that were at Gamescom is they're not at all flaunting it. Like, you don't get into it, and they're not like, we're cool, look, we have like these strong female characters. It just kind of is there. You know, it's like this is just a story about two girls, and it's well told, well acted, you know, and that's it. Don't look into it any more than that. But it will be an episodic adventure, which I think is pretty cool, where the two ex-friends come back together to investigate the disappearance of a third friend named Rachel. Now, I think Max kind of left Chloe, like abandoned her after something happened traumatic in their lives, so they don't have a very good friendship anymore. That's why I'm saying ex-friends. The twist, though, is that the ex-friend Max, has the ability to rewind time.
Okay.
And it's used very subtly in the playthrough that is at Gamescom, where she kind of just says, I wish I could take this back, and it happens. So I don't know if she realizes she has this ability, or if it's something that comes like right in the start of the game.
Is it a mechanic, or is it part of the story?
It's a mechanic, as far as I know. But, you know, I haven't seen any actual playthroughs just yet on the game. Welcome, Hood, Platinum, Triace, thank you guys for coming in here. We're in our first level update. Finally, there is no release date for the first episode yet, but what I think is pretty cool, and something that I think The Walking Dead gets wrong, is they already said that there will be no more than 1 month between each episode.
Right, which is what everybody's complaining with The Last of Us. Walking Dead.
You know, if The Walking Dead, it doesn't have to be a month, but they need to kind of give a little bit of an inkling as to how long we need to wait. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to finish the episode and be like, I don't know if I have to wait 2 months, 3 months, 6 months.
Right.
Like, if you just tell me, look forward to it in the next 2 months or less, then I'd be like, okay, you know, I know when it's coming, that I don't have to, like, question and expect it or anything like that. So I'm glad that they're saying right off the bat with an episodic series that you can look forward to it, like, every month.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Good. Now, this is something that's cool to me, because I haven't been a big fan of Mortal Kombat in recent years, and growing up I used to love it, but they revealed Kano from Mortal Kombat 10, and he was actually one of the characters I hated.
Long time veteran though.
Right, he was always in it, but he was always boring. I never really cared about him, but they showed him off, and he is badass again. He's a lot older in this one. He has more of a cybernetic, bionic, you know, look to him, and he has more powers that revolve around that. And just like with everybody else in Mortal Kombat 10, he's going to have 3 different fighting styles. The first one is Cutthroat. It's going to really more so be a melee type combat, so an up close combat. So he's going to basically pound on his heart. He has this little circular light show thing.
Yeah, his arc reactor, you mean?
It's kind of like a touch light. You remember what I'm talking about?
Reminds me of an arc reactor.
Arc reactor, yeah. But yeah, he pounds on it to gain power and everything like that, and you know, he has like big combo knife attacks and everything. So that's pretty cool. I'm sorry?
They probably learned. Yeah.
But then there's cybernetic mode, which is going to be more of like a ranged mode, so he's going to use his eye for laser attacks and throw grenades and stuff like that. So he's going to be able to defend himself against aerial attacks. Yeah. And then finally, he's going to be the commando, and it's going to be more about grappling. You know, he's going to throw people a lot, use all that. He's going to be very, very strong.
He looks like he's out of the WWE when he's in commando.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he's like spearing and stuff like that, like Goldberg.
Right. And I'll tell you right now that did you see the fatality they used?
I only saw the glimpse of Go ahead. Maybe I'm thinking of a
pretty
different one.
badass. He like fights her, and when he's fighting the bug princess queen, whatever, and at the end he grabs her, and you just see her face.
Hey, Greg.
Lights up his eye and just like shoots his laser right through her skull.
Yeah,
and
like
so
burst.
intense. And I was like, yes, this is going back to like classic style. Just so you guys know.
Greg is in here, and also Kristen, check out the number. Thank you guys. We're at 120. That is awesome. We jumped up real quick there. Also, a big welcome to Greg Verga, who's in the room. We've got who else do we got in here right now? Anybody from that is like a routine viewer? We got Dave in here. Anything like that?
It didn't work.
We've got Puss in here, obviously.
It didn't work.
Then just do ban.
What was he trying to do?
Because obviously the person's here to cause problems.
Excellent.
Welcome, Great. I can't say your name. Great Hadoken? Hadoken, the Great Hadoken. Very cool.
Alright, it worked.
There you go. And Bray Sin's in here. Welcome, Embrace Sin. Welcome, Lionhammer. We got a lot of people coming in like 20 minutes late. You guys busy this evening?
I can't do it.
You can't do that on the iPad, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
Let's move on to our third story. Kristen, this is yours.
Wow, you all suck. I'm blue.
Dabba-dee
You are.
dabba-da.
Kojima and Del Toro are working together on Silent
Real
Hills.
quick. Warning, I just want to,
There's a lot of
point of that there. Guys, if you have not played something called PT, if you don't know anything about PT, this is a spoiler alert for you right now. There's something special about it. We're going to be talking about it in 30 seconds.
30 seconds? I was going to say 45 at least.
Okay.
Well, no, 15 seconds makes a huge difference.
It does. So, hold on a sec, just before you read this, because this is a
It
spoiler.
wasn't in blue, that's why I didn't read it.
Yeah, but it's in big, bold letters. But real quickly, welcome Embrace Sin. Welcome, hello, Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent. All right, 45 seconds starting now. Kristen, go.
Kojima and Del Toro are working together on Silent Hills. Metal Gear Solid director Hideo Kojima and Pan's Labyrinth director Guillermo del Toro are surprisingly working together on a new Silent Hill game starring The Walking Dead's Norman Reedus. In typical Kojima fashion, he fooled everyone by announcing the game secretly as a playable teaser called PT. It was made immediately free on the PlayStation Store following the announcement at Sony's Gamescom conference. Kojima tweeted out about the reveal saying, "Originally we were thinking a game that would make you pee your pants. Now we are aiming for a game that will make you shit your pants."
Yes! Yes!
I could not read it.
She never curses. So I wrote down the curse, and I was hoping that she would finally say it.
Wow.
She cursed.
Wait, you don't curse?
She does not
Have
curse.
you not ever realized
Wow,
that
that was awesome. And that's
She
recorded.
cursed.
Listen to
All right,
that.
sorry guys, this is a big deal
before?
for me.
You just broke her
Kristen
morally.
does not curse, and I
It
got
was
her.
written, so I had to read it.
I got her to curse.
That
awesome.
wasn't
But
a
what's cool about that
curse.
is we both played it, we both recorded it, we streamed it, my cousin played it, we recorded it.
Yes.
It was actually really cool.
Yeah, let's talk about PT a little bit. Go
Did you
ahead.
on
I loved it.
purpose?
A little bit, yeah. I kind of wanted to see if you would say like S or star or something. Doesn't matter, but I got you to curse. So okay, go ahead.
Anyway, no, it was, I'll tell you right now, people that watch me stream it, I feel bad because my mic died. My mic wasn't working right.
Yeah.
I didn't have it plugged in the right way or something happened. But I can't remember who it was that was in the room that said they could see, I think it was it Pro or Racer? I think it was Racer X. Said that he could see like my reaction. Like I think my camera twitched a little bit at the first time I saw the thing because that scared the fuck out of me.
Scared me as well. The beginning, like 45 minutes, were a lot scarier than everything that came after it.
Right, because you kind of knew what to expect. Except
Yeah.
at the end, they had a couple like here and there, but
The thing is, the beginning is much more horror. The last half is kind of more puzzle.
and I
Yeah.
liked that.
Yeah,
I
it's fun.
enjoyed that.
Although I do think that it's a little bit too arbitrary, the last puzzle. A little too random, especially
yeah.
now that it seems to be coming out that it really is, I think, like a random algorithm.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't seem to be any fine like solution
Right.
to the puzzle
And
at
it's
the
funny,
end.
speaking about that, Kojima said that he was expecting it to take, up to weeks for us to figure out the puzzle, and we
Yeah.
figured it out in hours.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like that's not gonna happen.
Not anymore.
People will eventually find out, even by accident, which is kind of what I did by accident. But the scares were excellent. The graphics were actually pretty damn good for just a little teaser.
Especially because he said they dumbed it down.
Yeah, they
they
dumbed
more
it
of a independent type game. So I'm really excited to see what it's
7780s studio. Yeah, they tricked me, man, with that.
So did you figure out all the bullets? The 24863 204863.
What does that mean? Is that,
All right,
I think it's
so-
a zip code, right?
Well, 7780 is like thought of right now. The biggest assumption, I guess, is to main zip codes.
Yeah.
They start 7780, and then they have a couple of numbers, whatever numbers, kind of like how ours are around here.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest assumption. Did you figure out the 204863?
No.
That is supposedly Kojima's birthday.
Kojima, man. The guy thinks. I mean, I always think this is funny, but Kojima will often have in his games little egotistical things.
Yeah.
Like in one of the Metal Gears, at the very end of it, after the credits, it says God, and then it says Hideo Kojima. He calls himself God.
That's awesome.
In the credits.
No, I enjoy it. It's actually pretty cool. The 204863. I think it was August 24th, 1963 is his birthday.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, the guy, he does it as a joke more than anything else.
Yeah, I love it though.
The guy is, come on, I mean, you gotta give him credit. The guy's a genius. When have we ever seen anybody do this before? This is the best way I've ever seen for somebody to announce a game.
Especially because he wanted everybody to stream. There's actually a thing, and it does have a little bit to do with your microphone. He wanted everybody to have the microphone plugged in.
Yeah, something's going on there.
I think it was something like if you were talking during the one part, it didn't happen, or something that actually had something to do with that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, people kept shouting at me when I was playing it. If you guys want to check out my 3-hour playthrough,
it was so entertaining just to see your sheer frustration.
There's 2 parts up on YouTube. I think it's hilarious. But we went through so many different variations in that final puzzle. Like, oh, go to the baby. When you see her in the mirror, shout, "Hello, Lisa." Like, I'm shouting at the screen, "Hello, Lisa. Hello, Lisa. You're breaking my heart."
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, I'm trying so hard to get the thing to happen. And if you want to see my method for finishing the final puzzle, I'm not saying it's going to be the same for you, but if you would like to see the way I finish the final puzzle, it's all in the YouTube video. Again, our YouTube is right there on the screen, youtube.com/TheLevelUpShow, level spelled LVL. It was really cool.
It was very entertaining for both of us.
Yeah. And final story in
that was only
segment,
45 seconds.
Yeah, it was, but we didn't say at all what PT is.
No.
Except for the one part where Kristen said it. So, PlayStation 4, during the conference, I figured we'd kind of get like the big news into our level update and talk games later, but I think one of the biggest things that we heard at PlayStation's conference is that they have sold 10 million units through to consumers. Not even sold to retailers.
Not just retailers, not just sitting on the shelves.
No. To consumers, 10 million units. I think they just passed it. Like that week, they had just passed it. It worked out perfectly for them. But this puts the PS4 in first place as the best-selling console.
I didn't realize
fastest-selling, I should say. That fastest-selling console of all time.
This next part is really entertaining. I didn't know this.
I really wanted to put this in here. It's very ironic that...
Now, we're not fanboys. It's just ironic.
It's ironic. Don Matrick, who's no longer with Microsoft, but last generation, he was the one to say, history shows us that the first company to reach 10 million in console sales wins the generation battle. So Don Matrick thinks that Sony has won. And it's also, on top of that, it's now possible that with these recent numbers coming out, PS4 might be selling over 2-1 on Xbox worldwide.
Right. Whereas in the US, we're pretty sure it's actually a bigger jump than that.
Maybe. Our most recent numbers for Microsoft are like 5.2 million sold to retailers.
Right.
And I'm sure they're above that now, but since it was sold to retailers, we have no idea how much is on the shelf.
How many actually.
So it might be around 2-1.
Right.
And finally, out of curiosity, I was just kind of thinking, with these numbers coming out of Sony's conference, do you think Square Enix feels a little bit of sadness for their recent exclusivity deal, which we'll get to later?
No, because they got money in the pocket.
They do. That's what we'll talk about that later. But I think you're right. I think that they got paid, they got their money, so they're happy.